Okay, so this is a demonstration of how you get into the control program for the Scootypuff Jr. So here's the onboard computer, and you go to Terminal, get into the folder on the desktop labeled Arduino Board 2, and start the program, which is called Arduino Controller.py. Don't forget to start Python first. Start the control program, and once you're in, use A and D to steer the hovercraft, use W and S to speed up and slow down, Q or O will exit the command loop, R is reset, and K turns the motor off. And there's the rudder servo. Go ahead and move it, Angus. And the other way. Motor there. But here's the throttle under the motor there. But here's the throttle, and it's all the way open at the moment. And that's idle. That's about where you want it when you're trying to start the hovercraft. And that's closed.
This is the fuel pump that you'll be using to pump fuel into the fuel tank. From this angle, the nozzle on top is fuel into the pump, and the nozzle on bottom is fuel out. So this will be probably connected to the fuel, your fuel supply, and the bottom will be connected to the fuel tank. For fueling, you want to remove the tubing that is going to the fuel tank, or from the fuel tank to the throttle, like so. You attach the fuel outline to this brass tubing, and you drop the other end into the fuel. Now all you need to do is crank the fuel pump in this way, counterclockwise, to get fuel into, or flowing this way. Of course, if you rotate it the other way, this will pump out and come out the blue tube instead of up the blue tube and out the white tube. And
this is the scoop. It goes over the engine and everything else here. So these U-channels here line up with the little rails on the side of the splitter plate. So you put it down like so, and slide it until it's in the right position. And then there's these little holes here. There's two on the other side as well. And those are threaded for 440 screws. So you put it in the hole, 440, screw it all the way in. Do that for all 4 holes, and then you'll be ready to go. So one other thing to note about the scoop, this is the grate. It keeps your hand from getting into the propeller. When you want to start the propeller, you need to take it off, so you unwind the wire at the sides, pull it out slightly, and rotate it on its hinge. And then you can get at the propeller to start it, and after you start it, bring it back, push it in, and wind the wire back up. And that's it. So to get this thing started, you need to first get some fuel in this line here. You'll see it coming through and is pink, and to do that you cover this hole and spin the prop. Yep. And there, is that some coming through now? Yeah. Okay, oh, there it went. Okay, and it's staying, which is good. It's time for the next step. It's staying. Step 2, get a pull cord of some kind. Loop, no loop. And wrap it around the prop pole here. And wind it counterclockwise. Wind it nice and tight. And don't do too many pulls because it can't fit that much cord. Okay. Step 3. Take the starter, put it through this hole onto the glow plug on top of the motor. Push down and twist, and it should lock into place. That ignites the glow plug and then through. Make sure the throttle is partially open, as you can see, or not see. Okay, just take our word for it. The throttle should be a little bit open. We'll take a picture of that. And once everything's ready, give it a pull, hope it starts, and if it does, close the